Definitely. That's what it is. Hello. I just want to test my mic. Anirban, are you there? Hello.
You're audible now.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Anirban.
Good evening. I can see Mr. Tandon has also joined. With your permission, we should start on time. I think people will be joining in.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I also agree with this.
Let them join whenever they
Good
want
evening,
to.
everybody.
Good evening, sir. So, stop the screen sharing and let the speaker be on the screen. Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you all to this third. This is the third edition of the Members Forum, which we have started from this year. The first two were organized in the last financial year, and this financial year, this is the first time that we are organizing it. In fact, fortunately, this time the members have really come up with new ideas which they would like to present throughout this month and the months to come. As I've already shown on the slide, and which I'll be showing after the event is over today, that there are 3 more speakers lined up for the next 3 Fridays. So I would request, whenever I'm showing the slides, if you wish to, you can scan the the QR code that would be shown on the screen, and you can get yourself registered. So welcome to all of you once again, and welcome Pragya ma'am. Thank you for taking time out. I know that you have been out and you have run back to take this session, and we are really excited to have you here. Mr. Vibhu Tandon is also here. Welcome, sir. I'll just take a very short time to introduce Pragya ma'am. The biggest introduction that I'll from my point of view, I'll be giving is Pragya ma'am is a life member of Calcutta Management Association. And being a part of Calcutta Management Association, she is into doing something new for CMA, which you will come to know very soon. We'll be doing something in collaboration with Pragya ma'am and her team very soon. Pragya ma'am is a company secretary, and she has worked with different companies like BSNL, NRC, Robertson's Engineering, and all when she was practicing. But after that, when she became an entrepreneur by herself, she's heading the women's wing for the West Bengal International Vaishya Federation. She's in the executive board of MSME Development Forum, Professionals for Bengal, and other NGOs and professional associations. And also she is it's a huge number of companies that I can see, ma'am. I would not really take time to select these companies. Rather, I would leave it to you to give a proper introduction, which you would like to give to our audience. We have been joined by people here and also on YouTube. You are live and also on LinkedIn. So without further ado, may I request Pragya Jhunjhunwala ma'am to kindly take us through this session that she has very aptly chosen today. And I am being told by a few institutes that their faculties would also like to join in the meantime, so that they gain some information out of this. And I have been told by Pragya ma'am that she would like to have some interactions in between via chat box. So the chat box is kept open for all of you. Please use your chat box whenever required. And at the end, you will have the Q&A session. Please raise your hands. I'll given the time that we'll be having at the end, I'll select a few questions that we'll be asking and giving you the chance to ask. So it's all up to you, ma'am. Please.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Anirban. That was a very vivid introduction that you've given me. So I can't see myself on the screen somehow. I can only see you. Have you put me on the spotlight?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you're there. You're visible.
Okay. Okay. So today, what the topic we are talking about, how it is relevant to us, that is also one important thing we would discuss. Primarily, I'm a social empowerment catalyst working for a lot of women organizations. I'm also part of the external, an external member in a lot of ICC, the internal committee that needs to be formed under POSH Act. Today, we are going to discuss about the recent directives that have been issued by the Supreme Court under this act. This act, which is called Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act, has gained some years in the last months because of the Wrestlers Association of India. I'm sure every one of you have heard about these cases which are happening. The Wrestlers Association of India. I would like everyone, to be active, and you can keep your chat box open because it makes sense since all of you here are already well versed and many of you are already in HR field. And I have been told by Anirban that we had few sessions on POSH Act. So I would like to know from you, how many of you don't know anything about POSH Act? Then I'll, begin the journey from there. I'll know exactly from where to start. Just if you can write in the chat bot that how many of you don't know anything about, yes, just yes or no. Whether you know about POSH, yes, or whether you don't know about POSH, no, that way. And I'll know just, okay. So I'm getting direct messages. You can, okay. Yeah, I got some messages. I need more people to answer because that will actually help me because if the people, all of you are listening to you, you should know कि हम लोग को कहाँ से चलना है and how much we would like to understand. Okay. So what will I will do is I'll speak briefly about what is POSH. Actually, it is, and then I will take up that what is happening recently. What are the recent changes that has happened? So POSH Act is primarily a compliance, which a mental attitude, which the government, the people around wants everyone to adopt and adapt to. Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act. Why it was at all necessary? Because we want equality of women. When women are studying so much, taking degrees and going to organizations, and still if they're harassed and they don't have any forum to, speak their problems, then it actually is adversive to our equality law. How will any parent allow his or her daughter to go to organization if he doesn't feel that his daughter is safe there? Then there is another problem that women are not very open to any kind of abuse they face. एक चलता है वाला attitude आ गया है सब में कि it's okay, but it's not okay when women cannot work freely if they are sexually harassed or if they are not comfortable in any kind of work environment. And everyone in the entire globe wants that women should come up, that we need more workforce as women. So to actually make this dream fulfill, the people on board thought कि हम लोग को कुछ तो करना चाहिए जिससे कि women वर्क प्लेस में आए तो they feel safe. There were plethora of things which has happened before also, like Bhavri Devi. Then there are a lot of women who have suffered in organizations who have come up. So these also have helped our Supreme Court, our decision making people to actually formulate some laws which will ensure that women are safe in the workplace. But again, this needs mental aptitude change. इसीलिए पॉश एक्ट इतना रेलेवेंट है फॉर एवरीवन, नॉट ओनली पीपल हु आर वर्किंग, पीपल हु आर नॉट वर्किंग, पेरेंट्स, नर्सिंग होम्स. ये एक्ट इतना ज्यादा इंक्लूसिव है दैट इट हैज कवर्ड एवरीवन, एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज कवर्ड. व्हाई? बिकॉज दे वांट each gender to realize that what is right behavior and what is not right. If any woman says that some behavior is not accepted to her, it means that the other gender cannot do that behavior. This is the entire crux of POSH Act, that you cannot behave unethically, you cannot behave as you want with any female person who is visiting your office or who is an employee there. So POSH Act covers any organization, institution which has more than 10 employees. Everyone knows that. But एक और इसमें बहुत बड़ा very nice law is here, very nice rule is here, that it will also cover homes, because home is a working place where a maid servant is coming. So it is a working place for her. So even it covers her. तो अभी क्या हुआ, people think कि ठीक है organizations, institutions, ये सब में हम लोग internal committee form कर सकते हैं. Now I'm coming straight to internal committee because that is advanced level of POSH which we would like to know today. Supreme Court has instructed each and every institution, whether it be government institutions, whether it be hospitals, whether it be sports organizations, that they must have an internal committee. अब ये जो internal committee है, why this is formed, how it is formed, this is what we as CMA professionals must know, because here our relevance also comes in. We are all management professionals. We also, many of us are HR professionals. So we must know where we can be of use, where there is opportunity for us to be actually the uh, help the organizations and help Bharat to be a Vishwa Guru. Because any nation can only thrive when every one of the population is feeling safe and feeling like strong कि हम लोग कुछ भी करें कहीं भी जाएं we are safe. So we come to the ICC. जब हम लोग ये देखते हैं कि आज let me take an example of what has happened in the Wrestlers Association. So we see कि वहाँ पे कोई internal committee नहीं थी. ये POSH Act has come into foreplay many years back, but अभी तक people have not complied. Compliance is not very difficult. It's just that awareness programs and formation of ICC and yearly annual report has to be submitted to the district magistrate. But organizations have not taken seriously. If organization like sports organization had taken this seriously, maybe so much of damage would not have been done. Because if anything happens in an organization, first the woman member has to report to the ICC. Now this ICC is formed by one chairman who is a woman member, and it can be of 5 people or 7 people. There should be at least 50% of the ICC should be constituted by women members. One should be an external member. External member can be any professional like you and me. External member can be any person from an NGO who is working for women empowerment. And external professional can be any advocate. So external member is a person who knows what is POSH Act and can help the organization implement it with right in the right manner. So that is the whole constitution of ICC, which is a quasi-judicial authority. It has to submit its report within 90 days. So it is very convenient for a woman to go to an authority where she feels she will get justice in few days, because most of the women wouldn't go to police or wouldn't go to anyone else with fear ki we might not get justice in the right time, and then there is so much of bureaucracy. So at least when you have a person, it's like आप घर में एक सिस्टम क्रिएट कर रहे हो. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज लाइक अ फैमिली टू यू. तो आप घर में एक सिस्टम क्रिएट कर रहे हो जहां पे आप बड़ों को बैठा दे रहे हो कि ठीक है, आपको कोई भी तकलीफ हो, फर्स्ट यू अप्रोच देम. They will decide what is right, what is wrong, because they know every member of the family. So it is also a safeguard for the male member against whom a woman complains. Because what happens, the people in ICC, they they take everything, every witnesses, and they also take in account the behavior of the male member. So isn't it good that if we have an ICC, तो अपने को बाहर जाना ही नहीं पड़ेगा. ICC जो, I think people are convenient in all languages. Should I speak in Bengali also? Because I want people should understand what we are speaking. Whenever we also go for training programs, sometimes we speak in the local language so that people understand. It's more important that we understand the essence of the law. So the essence of the law and the recent directives में Supreme Court has told each and everyone कि ICC has to be formed, compliance has to be done, there is no escape. 12th May 2023, this was when this directive of Supreme Court had come, and this is in Aureliano Fernandez versus State of Goa. So just imagine, State of Goa was also at stake because they didn't have an ICC committee. When I was speaking about maid being under the this scanner of POSH Act, so where will the maid go? So every district magistrate must also have an ICC committee, so that these organization, if we call family as an organization, so with only one, with few, with maybe 3 or 4 employees, maybe 4 maid servants, one cook. So where will they go? They can go to the district magistrate. So again and again in this directive, Supreme Court has appealed to everyone that you must have an ICC, and this must be made in order so that POSH Act can be complied properly. If we know that there is an ICC we can approach to, you feel supported. Every woman employee feels ki now I can work safely, and even the male employee knows that there is a scanner on them. They can't do whatever they can. So can I have some raise of hands whether you want me to go through this more in depth about the Supreme Court directive, or you want me to start telling about ICC? How many people would like to know about ICC? You can just type ICC. Okay. 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 So let me speak about ICC, because now we are very clear about what POSH Act says and what are the compliance. So one of the compliance is internal committee. Now, the number of members which are required in internal committee is minimum 5. Okay. Now, what will an organization do? Many organizations tell us, ma'am, हम लोग के तो female employees है ही नहीं. तो हम लोग कैसे women chairman रखें? Because first mandatory requirement is that the chairman of the ICC committee should be a woman. Now, what will a person do? What about someone of you answering that? Let it be a little bit interactive. So if you want to answer, just raise hand, and Arindam, you can unmute them. Anyone would like to answer? Suppose in an organization there is no female employee, then how will the organization choose the chairman? What should the organization do? Anyone can raise hand. See, it will help if we have a little bit of interactive session. We will also be able to, make it more effective. Okay. Since there are no raise of hands, let me go ahead. So what will happen if there is no female employee? Then the organization will choose anyone from the group companies, or the relative of the directors. They have to choose. External member can be the chairman? No. External member can be a female or a male member, not an issue, but the chairman has to be someone who is related to the company. Okay. So they can choose a female person who is somehow or other related to the company. Then external member. Yes, we can all be. So Millie, thank you for asking me the question. We can all be a part of the external member team, but we have to know about POSH Act, and we have to be associated with some NGO, or we have to project ourselves. So there are a lot of certification programs that are happening, training programs in which you can be a POSH trainer, you can be trained to be an ICC member. So these certificate programs, if you can attend, then companies can pick you up as an external member also. Yeah. So coming back to ICC. So ICC ka role is very important. They have to complete their report within 180 days. So what happens is people are very secured कि हम लोग को इतने महीने में तो हम लोग को मिल ही जाएगा the result of whatever is there. So people, and they have to complete it within that speculated time. In the case of Orlando Fernandez versus Goa, what happened? They were not giving the result, and slowly in the last 7 days, it was forced upon Mr. Fernandez to submit all the witnesses and everything, and he had pleaded that he was not guilty, and he had pleaded that he was sick in that period of time. So if we have an ICC which is functional and which knows the rules and which are trained enough, then with what will happen? Justice will prevail, and everyone will feel safe, and the defects in the procedural lapses can be taken care of. The Karnataka court also followed the Supreme Court directives, and recently it has also passed a judgment that we need in all the government offices, we need an ICC. So ICC has become very important now, and all organizations, we are all part of HRs, and we are all part of a lot of teams of organizations. So we have to take care that this ICC is in place. So actually, we don't need much of more detailed analysis on this. It's just that we should know, we should be aware what is important. POSH Act has to be complied with, and for the compliance, we must see to it that training awareness program has been done. Training awareness program is not a very marathon task. It's very important, and it is because even the male employees sometimes don't know कि वो लोग जो कर रहे हैं वो सही है कि गलत, and the female employee might just not like it. So it has to be clear. The clarity of communication is very important कि भाई ये करो ये मत करो, this is agreeable, this is not agreeable, and इससे everyone is happy कि ठीक है ये करेंगे तो प्रॉब्लम में फंसेंगे, and this is okay. And women are also afraid कि वो हर तरह का they cannot complain on everything, because POSH Act also safeguards male members against false complaints. So this is also very important. Then it also protects the image of the organization. So there are so many benefits. So definitely we should see that आज अगर हम लोग को equality of law चाहिए, we want prosperity because women contribute so much to the GDP. So if we want prosperity of our country, and then we also need a proactive approach. It's also social empowerment, as so many of us also think it's social justice should prevail. So it is a activity which must be proactively taken by each and every individual. जिसको भी, whoever we know, if we know a nursing home, if we know someone in the hospital industry, if we know in the sports association, we should all encourage each other, because education awareness is very important. And this is where forums like us come to play, that we spread the awareness. Every government needs forums like us, to become a bridge. So I think as CMA members also, it's our duty that we should proactively start speaking to the organizations we know कि भाई POSH comply किया, ICC बनाया, and tell them the benefits, that this is very important. And then we should also tell them कि भाई Supreme Court का 12 मई को directive आया है, and you should be aware of it. It is now very strict. It will take serious action. So what is the serious action? Penal implications क्या है? You should also know that. So I'll just tell you briefly about the penal, ताकि आप लोगों को, because ये है ना, without a stick, sometimes people don't realize कि भाई हम लोग को क्यों करना चाहिए. So the penal implication is very high. First, non-compliance. If there is anything, like ICC committee is not formed or annual report is not submitted, just because there are no investigation officers as of now, it doesn't mean in another 1 year we will not have, because now if the government is getting very strict on this. So on first non-compliance, you have a fine of 50,000. On second non-compliance, there is a fine of 1 lakh. On third non-compliance, there is a fine of 2 lakh. Ab many organizations tell, अच्छा हम लोग दे देंगे 2 lakh, doesn't matter to us. But with the third non-compliance, something very serious which is done is their trade license is cancelled. They are not allowed to function. That is something which is, I would request if you can send messages openly. I'm getting direct messages, so even others can know the questions you're asking. I'm getting some questions on direct message. So you can send it, message to all. Okay, I'll answer your question, Mr. Laskar. Let me complete my talk. So what? Yeah, I was speaking about the penal implications. So what happens in the third non-compliance? आपका trade license ले लेते हैं. When the trade license is taken away, the whole organization comes to a standstill. That is something which is troublesome. That is something which you must warn the organization leaders कि देखो हम लोग को justice, equality ये सब चाहिए. We want more women participation. We want women to be safe in the workspace. But we want business to happen. We cannot even think of business to stop. So better comply. So POSH compliance you can promote, motivate people to do POSH compliance in different manners. speak about POSH compliance, then speak about the penal implications of POSH compliance, speak about the recent directives of the Supreme Court. And in many states, already the government is very functional on this. There are huge team of invigilation officers, investigation officers who are going to factories. Like I am on board with Star Paper Mills, which is in Uttar Pradesh. So they have already 2 times investigation has happened. Yes, Pampa, definite. So, Anirban, you can let Pampa speak because it is more important if we can have, interactive session. It will clarify a lot of things. So what I was telling is that now it's high time that each of one should take cognizance of this act and start making people around us sensitize about this and take take this on the next level, because it is important for as a society as a whole to grow with this. It is actually social empowerment. It is not women empowerment, it's a social empowerment, because it is changing the entire mindset of people, how they think, how they look at the other gender. Yes, Pompa, we can have your question. Pompa.
Pompa's audio device is not connected. She cannot
Okay,
ask
so
question. She can ask it via chat.
okay. So actually, since Anirban had told me that हम लोगों ने POSH के बारे में पहले training कराई है, so I wanted to keep this very crisp and to the point, so that every one of you who are here know everything in a crux, because it is important for us कि we have the awareness that this kind of a law exists, what is the benefit, what are the penalties, and how we can be a part of this journey. So each of one of us can be a part of this journey by making others aware. Yes, Millie, please.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Ma'am, I just wanted to ask, firstly, thank you for saying such, informative things. What I wanted to ask is, who decides that whether the male is guilty or the female is guilty? Sometimes things are in such a way that it can happen that the male hasn't done anything really that serious and the female is trying to do something which is not correct. So how does that committee decide that who is actually guilty and do give the correct punishment?
Okay. So when I started this formation of ICC, I told that there are members from one external members and the other members are senior members within the organization. So senior members within the organization know people who are working in the organization for a long time. So in this law itself, they have already said कि if a female false, if a female files a false complaint, then her the male will be pardoned and there will be no action against him. And if a female with a malicious intent she files a complaint, the action which would have been taken against the male member, that same action will be taken against a female member. So Millie, you are right in saying that sometimes women escalate the matter even if there is no such an issue. So the ICC members will listen to both the parties and then they will decide as per the hearings, the witnesses, the situation, that who has filed the right, who is right and who is wrong. The ICC members will decide. Yes, yes, sir. So Ajay sir is here. He's been my mentor throughout, and I would like him to please speak on this.
Ma'am, are the decisions of the ICC committee appealable?
Yes, yes, sir. They are appealable because ICC committee are quasi-judicial, and a woman who has filed a complaint in ICC, she can also file a complaint in police authority, and they can move ahead with the High Court, the Supreme Court. Even the men who are aggrieved, if the men feel they are aggrieved by the decision of the ICC, they can also appeal against the decision to higher authorities.
And higher authorities would mean whom? Like ICC's decision is appealable where? Which is the body which will take these appeals into consideration? Because the women has not gone to the law courts. So is there a provision within the company that the higher officials higher than the ICC will take the appeals, or where will the appeals lie?
So the appeals can be taken to the judicial courts like Tribunal Court, High Court, and Supreme Court, and she can file a case in as per the criminal law.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
She can go to the
Thank you.
police and file a complaint.
Against the decision of the ICC.
No, when not against the decision of the ICC, she can go directly to the court. But
Okay,
if
ma'am.
she is aggrieved, like just before the POSH Act, if a woman is aggrieved against any behavior of a male, they can go to the police. So she can go to the police and complain again, or she can directly go to the tribunal court for against to appeal against the decision of the ICC. It is
Thank you.
appealable. Yes, the decision of the ICC is appealable.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Millie? Hello. I hope your answer is taken care of, your question. So we can have question answer session, Anirban.
Yes, ma'am, it's totally agreeable, and I understood the laws which, I mean, both ends should be taken care of.
Yes. So actually it's a very safe law.
Yes.
If I tell in simple terms what I have understood, I have been part of some ICC committees as external member. It's like घर में हम लोग जब grandfather, grandmother ये सबको बैठा देते हैं ना, तो everyone in the family feels safe कि भाई कुछ होगा तो पहले उनको बोलेंगे. तो उससे क्या होता है, your decision is also fast and the family image is also not maligned and everything remains in the family, and whoever is wrong, whether ladka, if the boy is wrong, they will take action against the boy. If the female is wrong, they will take action against the female. ऐसा नहीं है कि female अगर कुछ गलत, because this thing has happened. That there was a malicious intent with which because many times females do for different, like maybe they want a promotion or whatever.
Yeah, we don't know.
But still, what prevails? See, this is maybe happening in MNCs or urban population, but still in the major population of India, women are still suppressed. Their voice is still suppressed, and they generally don't voice it. And everywhere it is happening. Lot of places, even our colleagues tell us कि रहने दो, ऐसा तो चलता है. But ये चलता है वाला attitude नहीं होना चाहिए, because every woman has their self-respect, self-esteem, and they are coming to work with a dignity.
Correct.
काम करने आए हैं ना, माने पढ़ के आए हैं. It's because they are qualified. So they are coming with dignity, not just because a woman, they don't want promotion just because of their qualities, because of the skill set, they want to be promoted.
Yes. And somewhere, ma'am, we are not raging a war between men and women. It's against mindsets. It's
right.
We are not, it's not about a male or a female. It's about the mindset of the society that we are.
Absolutely. Because ये POSH Act ज़्यादा awareness होने से even male get afraid कि आप लोग इनको अपने अधिकार के बारे में बता रहे हो. It's not that. We are not telling about the rights. We are telling about what is the right behavior. Sometimes if you are doing anything with the consent of the female employee, it's fine. Like sometimes there was a training program we were taking, जिसमें one of the male employees said, when Mr. A tells something to her, she smiles. When I tell her something, she makes me a face. I'm like, it's not his problem, it's your problem. So you cannot behave in that way with her.
Correct.
So it's about how the women accepts the behavior.
And somewhere respect we understand.
हाँ, so इसीलिए what happens, a little bit of these training programs, which lasts about 1.5 hours, should be done in every
We understand
organization.
it or not.
Every organization should have this training program so that people are aware how they should behave. That's it. Then ICC committee formation, ICC committee training, that is a very deep training programs, because ICC members have to deal with the complaints, they have to deal with the questionnaires, they have to file the annual report. So that is again another kind of work. That is another kind of training which the ICC members will take, that the general members need not take. So as professionals, at least we should promote, we should encourage, we should motivate कि भाई training awareness करवा लो, and उसकी जो policy है, let it be put in the organization in posters कि this is what you should do, this is what you should not do.
Totally true.
Ma'am, there are two questions.
Yes, yes.
One, Ajay sir had only asked. Well, you had said that the wife of the director, can she be a chairperson? He's saying that you had said very relative. So, wife of a director, can she be the chairperson of ICC? That is what I think that is the question that he had asked.
So may I ask Ajay sir, because he's been my mentor. Ajay sir, are you available? Are you there?
Yes. So that was a question directed to you. Since you said relative,
Yes.
so I thought that say there is a director, they don't have any women employee, and they don't have any group companies. So can he appoint his wife as the chairperson?
So I
Or
would.
what should he do?
Yes. So yes, he can appoint his wife as a director, but if I would like you to also, put some light on this, that which women they can directly take in as a chairperson and who are not, because again, there are related parties. So we have to take care of a lot of things. So if you could throw light upon this a little bit, it would help.
No, thank you for this opportunity. As far as my knowledge goes, the chairperson must be an employee. So if she is a part of the group companies, it's fine, but not any relative. But that can further be checked with the provisions of this act. Since you've said relative, maybe you are right. I also will need to check, but so we'll wait on that. We'll check on.
Yeah,
then
actually, this act is developing a lot, because sometimes we don't even have group companies. This query had come, and then one of the companies had appointed a relative, but definitely we'll have to go deeper into this, and we might take the help of authorities, that what should be done in special cases. Definitely, first, as I told also before, that the employee can be appointed of group companies. Again, if there are no employees in the group companies, we have to do a little bit of brainstorming and ask the authorities what should be the right action.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there is another question from Sanjana Shaw.
Yes.
Is the POSH Act only for company and work related?
Again,
Is the POSH Act only company and work related?
no. It is wherever there is a workplace. It is clearly mentioned in the act that it is a workplace. Yes, so company, not only company, but it covers hospitals, it covers institutions, educational institutions, because that is a workplace for the teachers. So if we do training program in educational institutions, we need not do it with the students, but we must do it with the faculties, because the faculties, the teachers, for them it is a workplace. So wherever there are women working, it is covered. POSH Act covers everything. Even if a women employee is visiting a nursing home for selling a product, suppose a medical representative coming to a doctor's place, then even the doctor's nursing home is a workplace for that pharma employee. For a maid, her workplace is our homes. So wherever a woman is going to work, she has to be given dignity and self-respect. So yes, Miss Shaw, Miss Sanjana Shaw, it actually covers all workplaces. Hello. But not only not only companies, but it covers all kinds of organizations. So even
For
sports,
example,
yeah.
for example, if Samina Shaw would have been in a better position to explain that question, but I'm just asking, for example, a urban company, these ladies, they come in for, those pedicure, manicure of, ladies at home. So is that to be considered a workplace for them?
Yes, it
So,
is.
so in that case, if there's anything of that sort which is not under the regulations of POSH Act, if something happens, they can
Yes.
post a complaint in their committee, the ICC.
So here the ICC for them will be in district magistrate. Because a family, suppose a beauty parlor person is coming at home, in the family we don't have an ICC. So she can complain to the district magistrate. Each government department also has to have an ICC.
That has to be a neutral party that she has to make the complaint, not to her company. It has to be a neutral party.
You said that a beautician is visiting your home, right?
Yes.
So, home is a workplace for her, but where will she complain? At homes, we cannot maintain an ICC because we do not have 10 people. Wherever
in that
there
case, why I'm asking this, you said supposedly a farmer, a medical representative, a women medical representative, or a male representative has visited a doctor who is of the other gender, and there something happens, and she or he wants to make a complaint that this is not the right way to act. So in that case, where will she or he make the complaint? In her company, or will she go to the, as you said, district?
yes, she will not go in the company. She will go to the neutral party. If she visits a doctor's chamber and there is an ICC, so it is, see, ICC has to be formed wherever there are 10 employees. Whenever 10 employees hits, any company, any organizations has to find an ICC. I hope that point is clear.
Right.
If in a doctor's chamber, the doctor's chamber has 10 employees, then ICC is mandatory.
Right.
If anything, if a woman who is visiting to the doctor's chambers wants to do complaint and the doctor has an ICC, first thing she will complain to the ICC. If the doctor's chamber doesn't have an ICC, then she goes to the government department, ICC.
Okay, I got it.
And one more thing, that in this, women, it's not he or she. Up till now, this act covers the women employees.
Okay, this is so the male employees are still not covered under the POSH.
Yeah, maybe the act will evolve. If we see more and more male complaints coming up, then maybe the act will evolve and cover male and women employees. Till date, it's only for women sexual harassment.
So anyone has any more questions to ask, or ma'am, you can finish whatever you wanted to say, Mohan.
I'm very thankful for this opportunity, because I wanted to, just sensitize our members that this is a great act which we must be aware about, and we should encourage the entire society around us to take proactive approach in implementing this law. By mindset also.
Okay, probably Dr. Chattopadhyay has something to ask. I'll just unmute.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir,
Yes. See, Anirban, good evening, madam. Thank you so much for your excellent session. The point that Anirban, my friend, just now made regarding the doctor and the representative coming from the pharmaceutical company, since I happen to be from the same industry, though now in academics, in such a case, to my humble understanding, the aggrieved lady medical representative should first approach the IMA, Indian Medical Association, to lodge a complaint against the, whatever act she feels that is not in the proper frame of things. Same time, ICC and other bodies, but IMA should also be notified. That is my point.
Thank you, sir, for this.
Right.
Thank you. Like we will check upon this as per my understanding. Yes, because the act is evolving day and night. As per my understanding, yes, sir. Ajay sir wants to say something. Please unmute Ajay sir.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. See what, Pragya ma'am, thank you very, very much. You did a brilliant show, and thank you for all the inputs. Probably what Pragya ma'am would have wanted to speak, but for paucity of time. See, the point is, if there are less than 10 people, then the Act says that we want to have an LCC, which is a local complaints committee. And that local complaint committee is there in every district under the office of the district magistrate. And the Act says that a woman during or in the course of her employment. So in this case, this particular lady who is visiting a doctor is visiting the doctor during the course of her employment. So the doctor's premises will become a workplace for her. Now, if something goes wrong there, then she will complain either to her ICC in case her company has 10 or more than 10 people. If the company does not have 10 or more than 10 people, then she will complain to the local complaints committee, which is formed under every district magistrate in every taluk, in every village, in every district, notified by a nodal officer. So this is an extension of workplace. This is too technical, but an extension of workplace. Workplace does not mean only the premises within which the particular employee works. During and or under the course of employment. So this lady is visiting the doctor during the course of her employment, having sent to the doctor by her company. So that will be an extended workplace. So she can go and complain to her ICC if there is an ICC, otherwise the local complaints committee. Pragya, am I clear?
Yes, yes. And you're absolutely, yes.
I think we had discussed this also.
Yes.
Before. Yeah.
Sir, Dr. Debaprasad sir, I think. Do you want to speak anything on this? We can discuss this.
See, thank you again, sir, for your clarification. But the point what sir just now said, that in that case, the doctor's chamber is an extended workplace for the lady medical representative. The company can absolve itself from the responsibility that that's a separate entity which has a separate outfit management altogether. So as I was mentioning, the doctors come under the purview of Indian Medical Association, so they need to be notified. The company would say within something called, in IR, we talk of extramural and intramural. So if it is intramural within the premises of the organization, definitely ICC will come into effect. But if it is extramural, I just had a bone of contention with August's opinion of sir, what he said, that if it is an extended this thing of the workplace, extension of the workplace, I think, then it is extramural outside the premises of the company, which becomes an independent entity where the Doctors Association should be involved in mitigating the complaint. This is my humble observation.
Yes, sir. I just would like to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm in complete agreement with Dr. Chattopadhyay.
Yes,
The IMA solution definitely rests because they are the best people to address issues of the medical fraternity, and they are our saviors. The lady should definitely go there. The more she goes, the better it is. However, just to put in a very simple clarification of this extended workplace, sir, with all due respect, why did this extended workplace come in for the benefit of all? Because see, in India very recently, these call centers, etc., have come in. And on account of the difference in time zones, the companies are providing vehicles to pick up their employees at 10 o'clock at night, etc., etc. So the Act goes on to say that if any mischief is done, even in the transports which is provided by the company, now that they will also take in as a workplace.
Definitely,
So that
I fully concede.
A lot of tricky situations. And in COVID,
it's a bit ticklish. It's ticklish.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in
Since
COVID,
the
we had
doctor is an independent entity, that was my point, sir, humbly. But
Yes,
what
sir,
you
yes,
said,
sir.
I fully accede. I fully accede to your august point.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
So,
Thank you,
ma'am.
so much so that during COVID, there was a company executive director who called in a secretary at his residence for taking dictation. And there he did some mischief. The Bombay High Court has said that the fact that you called her to the residence and you were dictating something, doing office work, that room will constitute a workplace.
Absolutely. The director stands to be, punished, definitely, in that case.
Thank you.
But here the doctor, as I said, is a totally independent body. But sir, what you said, these tidbits also will come into play. Yes.
Very true, very true. As Pragya ma'am said, it's a very evolving subject, very interesting, and ma'am has covered it so well. Thank you. Thank you for your interjection.
Sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anirban. Hello. I think there are no more questions.
I'll just ask for the last time if there's any more questions from anyone who wants to, because we have another 5 minutes, not 25, sorry, 5 minutes. So if there's any questions,
these kind of interactive sessions are very good for everyone, because we are actually brainstorming, thinking together. And if we need, like if our members need more deep knowledge on this subject, maybe we can have, half-day workshops on this topic.
Yeah, of course. I can see Vibhor sir has joined. So may I request Mr. Vibhor Tandon, Joint Treasurer of Calcutta Management Association, to kindly propose the formal vote of thanks on behalf of CMA. Sir, just a minute, sir. Just a minute. Yeah, sir, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. It was a real pleasure to hear this session, and a very, very relevant session, as suggested by all the participants. It was a pleasure to see so many participants joining in, so many ladies, faculty members, and even experts of the domain, such as Mr. Ajay Agarwal, who is one of the most sought after people of in this particular field when it comes to training of POSH. I would like to extend my gratitude, a very humble gratitude to all the people who attended this program, to Mrs. Pragya Jhunjhunwala, who was kind enough to come over and address us, and definitely have been a great, it has been a great experience for all of us, because what people would have been aware of when they thought of POSH was only about some very severe cases or situations when it came to their minds that this is something probably which POSH would address. But here, people have come to know that in any field they are in, irrespective of whatever is the number of employees that you are working for in an organization which you're working for, even when you are attending a particular session, or you're actually a lady is particularly visiting somebody for some work also, that becomes a workplace. And there are certain guidelines which not only safeguard the rights of the women, but also let us know, let all the men know about the responsibilities when it comes to what exactly we mean by harassment. And I'm sure this would have enlightened all of us and would have really given us a clear idea of how things are, or how we should behave, and how we should, or what are the things that should be kept in mind when it comes to rights and responsibility of every employee, irrespective of whether you are a man or a woman at workplaces. So it was a pleasure to listen to you, and it was very enlightening. Thank you so much, Pragya ma'am. Thank you. I really like to extend my gratitude to all the other committee members who have attended this program. Very and of course, a very, very big thank you to all the attendees who took out time and attended this program, and even experts like Mr. Ajay Agarwal, who was there in this particular session. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
We
Thank
look
you so
forward to
much.
your presence in all the sessions.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Anirban, for giving me this opportunity to address our members. It's our family, and we should know each other these things. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. We'll log off, but I'll be showing on the screen. I'll be showing displaying the next events of CMA that we are supposed to come up with, and also the e-certificate link is being shared on the chat box, and also will be on the screen. So please be with us till we share the screen.